My dear friend, every morning you probably open the fridge, take out a few eggs, and make yourself a light breakfast, maybe boiled, fried, or sunny side up. You believe that's a healthy habit, right? I used to think so too until I saw dozens of my patients all over 60 end up in the hospital because of those harmless little egg habits. Eggs truly are one of nature's gifts, rich in protein, vitamin D, and choline, helping to keep your bones strong, your heart healthy, and your memory sharp. But let me tell you this, if you store or cook eggs the wrong way, that simple dish can quietly turn into a dose of poison. You see, once we're past 60, our bodies aren't as resilient as before. The stomach gets weaker, the immune system slower, meaning even a small amount of bacteria or toxins from food can have serious consequences. I've seen it happen too many times. And today in this video, I want to share with you the common mistakes people make with eggs. Stay with me until the very end, because the last mistake I'll mention is extremely dangerous, knowing it could help you avoid hidden risks that might affect your health or even your life. Before we start, let me ask you, how do you usually eat your eggs? Boiled or fried? And at what time of day? Leave your answer in the comments. I'd love to chat with you there. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is eating eggs at the wrong time of day. It's almost 10 p.m. The kitchen is quiet. You feel a little hungry and decide to boil an egg. A quick, harmless snack, right? You think it's just one egg? What could go wrong? But then, when you lie down, your stomach feels heavy, your body heats up, and you struggle to fall asleep. The next morning, you wake up tired and sluggish. Science shows that eating eggs late at night forces your stomach to work overtime while your body is trying to rest. After 60, stomach acid decreases and digestion slows down, so asking your body to break down egg protein late at night is like asking it to run a marathon when it's supposed to be in bed. And that's not all. Egg yolks contain choline, a wonderful nutrient for memory and brain health. But if you eat it before bed, it can actually stimulate your nervous system, keeping your brain awake while your body tries to sleep. The result? You toss and turn for hours and wake up feeling unrested. As a doctor, I often tell my patients, if you love eggs, eat them in the morning or at lunch. That's when your body absorbs vitamin D and protein best, helping to keep your muscles strong, your energy steady, and your mind clear all day. A breakfast with a boiled egg, whole grain bread, and some fruit can energize you better than any vitamin pill. So, if you often eat eggs late at night, try changing that habit. Don't let this nutritious food become the reason you feel tired or lose sleep. Let eggs serve you at the right time in the right way. Now, the second mistake I want to talk about is one that many people enjoy, and I'm sure you've had it too. It's breakfast time. You sit down at the table, and in front of you is a soft-boiled egg, perfectly cooked, the yolk still golden and silky. You dip a piece of toast into that smooth yolk and think, this is the perfect, healthy, simple breakfast. But you know what? That seemingly harmless moment could actually trigger a storm inside your body, especially if you're over 60. I once had a patient, Mrs. Margaret, 72 years old. She absolutely loved soft-boiled eggs, had them almost every morning for years. One day she was rushed to the hospital with a high fever, chills, and dangerously low blood pressure. Her blood test revealed she was infected with Salmonella enteritidis, a type of bacteria that often hides inside undercooked eggs. When I told her that, her eyes widened in shock. "But doctor," she said, "I always buy clean eggs from the supermarket." And that right there is one of the most dangerous misunderstandings many people still have. Salmonella isn't just on the eggshell. It can be inside the egg itself, formed while the chicken is still laying it. Even if the egg looks perfect on the outside, no cracks, no smell, the bacteria can still be there. When we're younger, our bodies can usually fight it off. But after 60, our immune systems weaken, our stomachs produce less acid, and bacteria have an easier time multiplying and entering the bloodstream, which can lead to sepsis or severe dehydration. Now, I'm not saying you have to give up eggs completely. They're an amazing source of protein and vitamin D. But if you love soft-boiled eggs, choose pasteurized eggs. They've been gently heat-treated to kill bacteria while keeping that silky texture you enjoy. If not, then cook your eggs thoroughly. Boil until the yolk is firm or fry until fully set. A small change like that could protect you from big health risks. And I always tell my patients, sometimes the danger doesn't come from the food itself, it comes from how we cook it. Before we move on, if you find this video helpful, please support me by liking and subscribing, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any more useful health tips like this. Now, let's continue. Have you ever done this? In the morning, you crack an egg into the pan. Hear that satisfying sizzle and smell the aroma filling your kitchen. A lovely start to the day, right? But have you ever asked yourself, is the oil I'm using to fry this egg actually good for my heart? I remember a patient named Robert, 67 years old. He was very health conscious. No red meat, low salt, no sugar. Every morning he'd fry his eggs in vegetable oil, believing it was the healthy choice. But when we ran his blood tests, his inflammation markers were high, and his cholesterol levels weren't great either. When I asked more questions, he told me he usually used canola oil and heated it until it was sizzling hot to cook the eggs faster. And that's where the real problem lies. When refined vegetable oils like canola, soybean, or corn oil are heated to high temperatures, they start to oxidize, creating free radicals. Tiny, unstable molecules that inflame blood vessels, damage cells, and over time can harm both the heart and brain. Younger bodies can still repair some of that damage. But after 60, when the immune system weakens and blood vessels become thinner, that's when these oxidized compounds start their silent destruction. So, what's the solution? I often tell my patients, choose the right oil and use it the right way. Extra virgin olive oil, avocado oil, or even a little real butter are excellent choices. They handle heat better and are rich in healthy fats. Cook over medium heat and never let the oil start smoking. That's the sign it's breaking down and forming harmful compounds. I've always believed this: not every egg is created equal. The same egg cooked with the wrong oil can turn from nourishment into inflammation. So, next time you fry an egg, pay attention to the oil you use. Sometimes your heart health begins right there in that little frying pan. Now, this last mistake is one that so many people make. Let me tell you the story of Mrs. Helen, a 74-year-old patient of mine from Florida. She's a very meticulous woman, especially when it comes to food safety. Every time she came home from the grocery store, the first thing she did was take out the whole carton of eggs, wash each one carefully under running water, dry them, and then put them in the fridge. She would always say, "Doctor, I just want to be extra safe." But one morning she was rushed to the hospital with severe abdominal pain, a high fever, and non-stop vomiting. The tests showed she was infected with salmonella, the same dangerous bacteria often found in eggs, which can cause serious complications like blood infections, arthritis, meningitis, and in rare cases even death. Here's the thing. Every egg is naturally covered with a thin protective layer called the bloom or cuticle. It seals the shell and keeps bacteria out. But when you wash eggs, especially with warm or running water, that protective coating gets stripped away, leaving behind thousands of tiny pores in the shell. And those pores become open doors for bacteria like salmonella to sneak inside. Many people think dirty-looking eggs should be washed. But in reality, washing them can make the inside dirty, not the outside. If you wash the eggs and then refrigerate them, the moisture allows bacteria to enter through those pores and multiply in the cool, damp environment, waiting for the moment you crack them open to cook. As a doctor, I always tell my patients, Sometimes being too clean can actually be dangerous. The right way is to keep your eggs dry. Don't wash them before storing, just gently wipe them with a damp cloth or paper towel right before cooking. Eggs already have their own natural defense system. Your job is simply to let it do its work. An egg can strengthen your heart, sharpen your memory, and keep your bones strong. But it can also become a poison if you cook or handle it the wrong way. So remember, the real difference isn't in the egg, it's in the hands that prepare it. Just a little care can turn a simple breakfast into a gift for your health and longevity. Thank you for joining me on this journey to better health. And if you found this video helpful and valuable, don't forget to subscribe to Daily Wellness Journey and share it with your family and friends. Your support means so much to us. It gives us the motivation to keep creating more useful health videos for you. I'll see you in the next one. Stay healthy and take good care of yourself.